Murder Burger.
What's up, guys? Welcome to our last episode of Murder Burger. I'm Rick,
And I'm Landon.
and we'll be discussing the topic of Ta-Nehisi Coates, his book Between the World and Me, and themes in the book such as racism existing under the law and how it relates to the book. Ta-Nehisi Coates' bestseller, Between the World and Me, is not only a letter to his son and a memoir of his upbringing as a black man in Baltimore, but also an analysis and commentary on the racism which has formed society's constructs and policies in today's world. Often Coates points out that the laws and rules that are created to protect all citizens of our country are not enough to protect the lasting effects of racism. These laws and policies are often enforced and sometimes created by those who at the very least have not experienced the repression which occurs under legal circumstances. Even democratic practices, which are supposed to be equal and fair for all, are not free from the influence of racism. The sprawling carceral state, the random detention of black people, the torture of suspects, says Coates, are the product of democratic will. Coates is pointing out that the country's racist roots are still very visible in the government today, despite de jure discrimination and segregation being eliminated after the civil rights movement half a century ago.
And this does not only occur in policing, but has also affected the housing distribution and led to socioeconomic standards that allow de facto discrimination to exist to this day. Coates says, to be black in Baltimore of my youth was to be naked before the elements of the world, before all the guns, fists, knives, crack, rape, and disease. The nakedness is not an error nor pathology. The nakedness is the correct and intended result of policy, the predictable upshot of people forced for centuries to live under fear. Practices and policy, most of which were legal, had led to the existence of violence, drugs, and crime that plagued the minority youth in Baltimore and all over the country, still to this day.
Throughout a large portion of America's history, racism has been in existence. It is still a large problem in society today, and Between the World and Me does a great job of articulating the fear and the struggles that come with it. Coates defined racism as a social construct. It has nothing to do with someone's biological makeup. It is just a way to classify and structure society. Consequently, it leads to the persecution of other groups of people. In order for one race to reign superior, it must put down others.
And relating to one of Coates' themes, the dream, he says that it is all built on racism. This means that by denying African Americans and other races the suburban successful lifestyle, the superior race can remain at the top. People in society make the dream sound unattainable and try to make it difficult for others to achieve. Coates warns his son not to give in to the dream and live as best he can. He also does his best to not shield him from the social inequalities that come along with racism. He urges Samori to be free and struggle against the societal boundaries so that he may grow as much as he can in life. Racism is meant to hold people back, and this book is advice and motivation for defeating racism and the dream. Hey guys, and that wraps it up. Thanks for watching our last vlog in our series.
And make sure to check out Wes and Annie's video if you haven't already. See you guys.
Peace.
Bye.